Yeah, dear friends, I want you to understand the reason why the Nigerian federal government is still delaying of the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is a serious war that is going on now in Okigwe. The Nigerian terrorist government under the watch of Hope Uzodimma and the detector of the DSS and the Nigerian terrorist soldiers, they are now live in Okigwe right now, and the men of therefore the Liberation Army is engaging them man to man. Put call, you understand? And I want to use this opportunity to enlighten the people of Ako to be security conscious, because the enemy, the terrorists who are aiding the Fulanis of killing our people, they have come. The Fulanis in military uniform have come to kill people in Ako, in Ihube, in Omololo, in Arondi Zog, in Abobo, in all the axes that connect the Okigwe axis. So I want to be a friend, the international community, for them to understand there's a war that is going on now. I am reporting this information because there's a serious war that is going on now. And now this is not a cool evening. There's a very serious war. I want you to watch this camera, this video, and see how the war is going. The men of Gentle de Yahoo is doing the needful. The Biafra Liberation Army, the Omoma, they are doing the needful now. So it is time for the people of Okigwe to be security conscious. Guard your environment, guard your houses, guard everything about you. Watch and see and share it to your loved ones. Happening live and direct in Okigwe right now. Today being the 18th July 2025.
Ndị be anyị ekele m unu. Lọlọ Nneka Chimezie na-ekwu. Anyị ka na-ewetara unu ọnọdụ Igbo. Enwere n'oge m mere vidio na-agwa ndị Igbo na another genocide is loading in Nigeria against ndị Igbo. Mana this time around, anaghị sponsor only na Nigeria. Some part of African nation a na-esel this thing na-ewegara ha. And ndị na-push this genocide, a set of people na Yoruba land, a very dangerous set of people. Ịma abịa na ala Igbo, enwere IPOP, nwee MOSOP, which are activities ha wo the 1 mile. Ịbịa na Niger Delta, enwe militants. Ịga n'ugwu Hausa, enwere ha buru ibe ebe ahụ, enwere Boko Haram and the rest of them. Ịbịa na Yoruba land, enwere mobsters, gangsters. Ihe enwere na Yoruba land. And onye create these gangsters and mobsters, our current president, President Ahmed Tinubu, would the leader of these gangsters na Yoruba land. Not all Yoruba. These gangsters, some well-meaning Yoruba men detest these gangsters, and even some well-meaning Yoruba men, these gangsters I had, they attack them as well. Now, came where our president now take over Lagos, balance, capture Lagos as his stronghold. He has sponsored this ethnic hatred in Yoruba land, in Lagos to be precise, and now he is selling it. Came where OPC, the founding fathers of APC were Boko Haram and these gangsters na Yoruba land all have formed APC, and one of their aim, one of their main aim is to continue the civil war in disguise. Anyanwa ndị Igbo maka na ha mana ndị ha kwado oga ndị Igbo kwado ha ga-alụ ya, so in disguise ka ha ji wee kwado oga na sponsor this genocide, and their plan ha bịa ha buru ụzọ meba ụba ndị amị were kwuo rezo a militant bi egbe gbaga ya jide ndị mmadụ na-agba na sack ndị mmadụ so ihe a chọrọ ime mgbe ha sackcha ndị Igbo take over Igbo land ha bidozie the genocide in the rest of Nigeria and again ha chọrọ ime ihe in such a way that other African nations ga-join ha. They try to push it in South Africa where nke a bụ ezu onye eze ebe ndị South anọ na platform onye Yoruba na-agwa ndị South Africa ha gbuchie ndị Igbo na ndị Igbo na-enye nsogbu ndị South Africa gwa ha na ha ga-abịa gwa ha ụdị ihe a it didn't work but I think on a work ha na Ghana because for some time now they have been pushing this narrative na-enye ya ndị Ghana and now ha enwere one small opportunity one small loophole na Ghana ugbu a now una ahụ na ihe na-eme na Ghana so ihe m ji na-eme this video now na ndị Igbo this is the time to wake up. Ndị Igbo nọ na Lagos a na-eti mkpu ihe na-eme n'ụlọ ka anyị lọtanụ n'ụlọ push security n'ụlọ to protect ourselves were kwenu nwayọọ lawa anyị were na-egwu egwuregwu ọwụ na anyị gba nkịtị ihe a na-elu odo n'ụlọ kara n'elu odo ndị Igbo egwu na 1966 ga-awụ far cry aga ahụ anyị ihe because number 1 anyị nọ na Lagos adịghị organized ndị Hausa dị organized ndị Yoruba nwere ike ịtụ ndị Hausa aka n'ihu mana I can assure you ndị Yoruba rezuo just 1,000 Yoruba people ha ga-egbucha over 5 million ndị Igbo nọ na Lagos because anyị adịghị prepared. Oge eruole mgbe ndị Igbo ebe ọbụla ibi hapụ kene na ihe gbasara politics n'ọkwụrụ onye dị ndụ na-eme politics ka anyị jikọọ n'ọnụ ha na-eso onwe anyị kwado ọzọ dịka ibe ya bụ obodo ọbụla ekwele m ihe a kwee ekwe rezo na ego ndị nọ na Lagos obodo niile mee meeting ndị be anyị aka esizighị ike na Lagos na-enwe ihe ha na-eme aka shiri ha ike ha lọta n'ụlọ wepụta na ezigbo ego 150,000 naira kwụwa ndị mmadụ ọ bụrụ na and a ga-enwe constant security unu chọọ icheba ndị taa anyị hazie onwe anyị enwe ihe ha riri meri nwa anyị ọ bụrụ na enwe ike itinye security morning afternoon night enough ndị a na-patrol the whole village I can assure you ihe ndị a na-eme agaghị eme ọ gaala gbaa bọmbụ na Eke Ọbahaeze ekwuo nke ahụ agaala na arọ ndị Izọgụ kịta gbuo ndị mmadụ ọ na-aka gba nkịtị ọnwụ na ọ na-elite ha mara ihe unu mere onwe unu 1966 will be a far cry to ihe ga-eme anyị ndewo.
Now, how was your face-off with the military eventually resolved?
I didn't have any face-off with the military. They are the people who are looking for face-off. Didn't have any face-off with the military. I said what I said. Helicopters were flying over my house. And even today, as we are talking now, in Imo, the military people, the army, the navy, are standing side by side with my men, fighting at Okigwe and Idiato, now in Imo. So some of them coming to make these things. I laugh. You know, why they do this is working for the federal government, so there are certain things they cannot say. What they cannot say to other people. They are saying that insurgency will not end. EGPA.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Simon Ekpa, do you actually think this is possible?
No, it is not possible. Ekpa is a wonderful boy, is doing well, and the only person that matched Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's position in the southeastern Nigeria is Simon Ekpa Njoko. He actually outsmarted others. Others actually deviated from following the real Biafra ideology. How did they fail? Raf Wazulike collected bribe from the Fulani Janjaweed, more than $10 million. What about the Uchemefo sold out, a fluke and a joke. He could not match that position of Mazu Nnamdi Kanu. If you want to take the position, you should deny your flesh and become someone that is a God chaser. You will be following God and God will be giving you the direction. Mazu Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet. He's a Nostradamus of our time who actually predicted all the anomalies, political anomalies going on presently in Nigeria. Look at, let us just throw in retrospect the death of the former Nigerian president, Muhammad Buhari, who died on March 2017. Kanu actually wrote that script and was telling us that the people that would act it are the Fulanis in no distant time. And this is it. It is happening. 2 years barely after the old administration, we start hearing moro, mumu, humbling, grumbling, murmuring, magrabum, trying to humble Nigerians into believing that Buhari died. It's a lie. We've seen it after 2 years as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually predicted. We saw the same person lying in state with oxygen device on his nose. The same that has been floated on social media is same thing that we are witnessing today. It is not a fake picture. It is a reality. They don't know how to duplicate it again. It is a reality. When you said fake picture, it means you are saying it's not Buhari. No, it's Buhari now. The former Buhari is it. But they just didn't know that someone has thrown it on social media before. They forced Buhari. That's why they have failed themselves. They actually, loaded guns and shot themselves on the field.
Violating Nnamdi Kanu international constitution and protection law. That this is against the law of the land. That Nnamdi Kanu should be set free. That him doing this is not good. What is your take as goes?
See, let me tell you, Nigerian government, Tinubu, and his military forces, both police, both customs, immigration, and soldier, have been violating Nigerians over the years. We don't have say here. Judiciary doesn't have say in this part of the world. You can see that it is the office of Buhari that is detecting to judiciary, the court, Omotocho, and so on and so forth, what to do. They are not on their own. Judiciary, Nigeria judiciary is not on their own. Tinubu is the Attorney General of the Federation. Tinubu is the NNPC, minister. No, he is petroleum minister. Tinubu's office controls everywhere. Local government, state government, federal government, every federal agencies are under him. That is the kind of monkey, apes, and baboon democracy we are practicing in Nigeria. I wonder why the Kenya justice, is quite very, not happy and, concentrating on what to do next. Because if he eyes Nigeria, he's going to get it wrong. We don't have a country here. What we have is a zoo. It's a federal republic of zoo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. The whole Nigerians are actually seeing that Nigeria is a zoo. We don't have democracy here. What we have is Federal Republic of Zoo, a country whereby the political leaders have turned all the subjects, I mean Nigerians, the citizens, into animals. Because they don't believe that they are human beings. They believe that they are gods. They are gods over their family, over their children, not over someone like me. Look at Omotocho now, enjoying his holiday. His holidays with his family. Someone that is innocent is languishing in jail. Look at Tojibelo, the bandit, the killer, that is perpetrating all manners of terrorist activities in the northern Nigeria, north, northwest, northeast. He's enjoying himself there in the bush, in the town, in his communities. Anytime they are celebrating this Eid, Tojibelo should go out and celebrate with his communities. While Nnamdi Kanu, an innocent man, is languishing in jail. That is the kind of president Nigeria is having right now. Tinubu himself, he didn't go to school. He's a businessman. He's a man that has been making money all his life. So he's an influencer. And as a result of too much opulence, he doesn't consider human rights, morality, and the other, lives. So what I mean is that this Kenyan man should know. Has the man not been going through social media to find out that we don't have democracy here? What we have is kleptocracy. Nepotocracy is what Nigerians has been seeing, witnessing since 1999. Even if you ask me, I will tell that Obasanjo and Jonathan regime, they are a bit fairer than this current administration. Tinubu is nobody. Tinubu is just nobody. He's not well tutored. Father zero, mother zero. Nobody could even trace the school he went on, from primary school to secondary school, university. Nobody could ever trace it. He just carried all manners of Lagos boys, Agboro, all around him, tormenting and oppressing Igbo man. And I have this thing to tell you guys on social media. Tinubu has done enough to postpone Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release to October. And if you ask him, he will tell you it's the law. It is no law. That is baboon, kind of large monkey's law. The laws that they actually had in Europe during the time of Animal Farm by Judge Owen. See, let me tell you, Omotocho judiciary or Omotocho court, led judgment is just monkey and ape own. I'm telling you, it doesn't want international applause. Nobody could actually say he has done well. No, he is a Yoruba justice. He is Tinubu's justice. He is Nigerian kind of justice. It's not a kind of justice or son that everybody will see as a good, competent legal luminary. The man will just go at the backyard and he will keep on this their tribalistic, way of doing things. I know him as an ethnicized man. Tinubu is an ethnicized, highly tribalized man with Fachola, his contemporary, that actually gave the Igbos money and deported all of them and dropped them at Onitsha Head Bridge. So these are the kind of breeds of politicians we have in the Southwest. And I'm telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be set free. Failure to do so, Biafra is going. Nobody is negotiating Biafra. Negotiate with Tinubu for what?
Okay.
Kanu is not going to negotiate with anybody.
Okay, but just Omotosho, we know when he started this case, he was saying that this case has stayed too long, that it's over 10 years, and he was saying it like that he wants to hasten up, to get to finally put this case to an end.
Pretense and pretense. He's not saying it from the heart.
But do you not think that they've changed his mind, like the likes of Wike?
Even if he changed his mind, it's not new to Nigerian politics. Nigerian politicians are unstable. They are chameleonic. And Omotocho now, who Omotocho is. So if Omotocho was saying something in the past, Igbo man should have understood the direction where Omotocho was going. He is subjected to change as an Afonja. I don't know what I understand. So he has compromised. And when he was making all these statements, I was laughing because I know he's going to, at the end of the day, compromise. And he has actually compromised. So what are we saying here is that Kenya government is going to invite ICC, at least to invite this government. Some representatives should go to ICC if they have actually violated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Igbo people in the southeastern Nigeria. They should be held responsible. So there's no need of painting, covering what is golden, as if it is black. No, gold should be gold. Justice should be justice. Truth should be the truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never violated any Nigerian constitution. The people that abuse is stealing our money today. This current government, they have stolen enough billions, are judging the innocent. So that's why God is going to judge all of them. Tinubu and his led government, all of them that are taking part in this current administration, they are all heading to God's punishment and penalties. Penalties of various degrees. I wait all of them. I don't care. Nobody's going to negotiate Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not negotiate. Iginla as a pastor. Negotiation you are talking about is for you. Kanu is not negotiating with anybody. We don't negotiate Biafra. Kanu has not violated anybody.
Okay. I have not violated. Okay, but do you not think at time African as a continent form their own ICC? If the ICC and the UN are not willing to take major action against Nigeria, do you not think it's at time the African as a continent,
yeah, that ICC, has branches in Africa. They are just a branch of United Nations organization. Of course, various African states or nations are members of UNO that commenced from 1945 till date. So no need of having ICC for Africa, but they should have ICC for Africa office headquarters that will be taking care of the entire continent, because it seems that the one in Brussels is not doing enough. The white skin is not considering issues when it happens to the black. That's why we are saying of bringing a very strong, solid headquarters branch of ICC in Africa, so that our problem should be taken care of immediately, not when it is dragging to 10 to 20 years that people may have died. That is when ICC should come. No, we need headquarters here, working one, very, very objective one. The one that should be very, very active with good objectivities should be situated in Africa, so that anytime there is an issue, they will rush and take care. If you look at the way ICC is handling issues in Africa, you will find out that when it has, gotten too late, like look at what happened to Abacha of Sudan, the Sudanese government that run the government of that country for something years after annihilating millions with stringent laws and the policy in Sudan, ICC had to buggle him back to Brussels. And by then, many people may have died. Many millions died. And then you see that for people, they have been killing that for the southern Sudan and reduce their population. And so that's it. And, if we have a very strong headquarters of ICC and affiliation of International Criminal Court in Addis Ababa, Southern Africa, or in Nigeria, any good country in Africa, I think they are going to take care of, what African leaders are doing to Africans. And again, let me tell you, there are many factors militating, situating or building, international ICC, establishment in Africa here. Ask me why. The real leaders in Africa are the reasons for situating ICC on the continent of Africa, which of course, they won't allow it to be. Do you think that Tinubu will allow ICC to be situated in Lagos? No, because he has messed up international law, local law, and he's doing as he likes. He is busy embezzling Nigerian public funds, so he wouldn't allow anything like ICC affiliation be situated anywhere in West Africa, East Africa, Southern Africa, or Central Africa. These are the leaders we have in Africa. They are all monstrous, politicians. They won't allow, ICC to be situated here. Because actually, if it does, it means they have failed with their, white supremacists from Europe that are conniving with them, stealing African commonwealths from Africans. So, situating ICC here, I see it as a mountainous project, an icon project that could never be possible. Who are the people that will allow that? The same political leaders who are thieves, stealing our money into Europe. And who could allow that? The Europeans. And you know that the Europeans are benefiting from our natural resources that are stealing with all these politicians, positioned and presented by them to win elections. After being European observers, American observers, they allow someone that will favor them to take over the affair of government. So I don't see it coming. It has failed. ICC, I don't think will ever be here. But what am I trying to say here? All I know is that, come what may, Africans should stand up. Like what Mazen Nandekano is doing. The whole Africa should congregate together. I mean, every Pan-Africanist. We will all congregate together as human rights activists to fight all these monstrous politicians across Africa. They are the reason why African economy has been down in shambles for over decades. Africa as a continent is not moving forward at all because of neocolonialism. They are all dancing to the costumes of our former colonialists, at least to keep on stealing, plundering, plundering our economy. That is their own, utmost aims.
Okay, but do you not think if the Justice Winter finally take Nigeria to ICC over this, Namdekanu's, ordeal, do you not think it will destroy the relationship between Nigeria and Kenya?
No. It won't. No. Kenya is running a kleptocratic system of government, and recently you were seeing how they have fought with Uhuru, and when Uhuru was edged out by Ruto, they fought Ruto with all their resources because Ruto administration is more or less Tinubu administration. None of them is doing Africans well. The whole policy of government of Africa this time around are cornered, to the private, let me say, hands. I mean, the political elite, the stakeholders in every country, they are the one in charge and they favor themselves. Don't you see that it won't happen, it won't cause any problem because Ruto knows exactly what Buhari wants, and Buhari actually knew exactly what Ruto wants, and then again Tinubu himself is among them all. So it is not going to work because they are all bed of same feathers. They will never like better atmosphere, better government, for Africans. I don't see it, happening. Kenya and Nigeria, they are not going to misunderstand themselves. Both countries are guilty of human rights violation at high volume. So both countries, they are all guilty. They are not going to fight.